We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Washington Redskins. Two teams here playing for pride as the final week of the NFL season is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Throwing on first down is Carr. That's out to his running back, Michelle. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Hey, high 7. 51 to Mike, boy. 51.
Looking to throw again on second down. Carr, he can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Jerry Hughes, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On third and long, it's Carr. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Ryan Kerrigan in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He finds Pirine out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down.
What we got?
First and 10.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Gets this into the hands of Samaje Perine. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Now Bridgewater on 4th down. That's going to be caught by Richardson. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To the air again with Bridgewater. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
I got it.
And again, it's Bridgewater. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down.
Check your hot read. Baby, I got you. Mike part 9.
Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. And that is going to be incomplete. J.C. Jackson there defensively to knock it away. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Chubb with a carry on first down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's 2nd down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out.
93.
Carr. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. The big boy's big dream right there. He got to rumble and stumble all the way for 6.
Nothing like big man with football, is there? I mean, that brings people onto their feet every single time. And his dream was answered on that one, wasn't it? It was realized. He picks it off and takes it to the end zone.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 39-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
We're good. Ready? I'm letting you know right now, you better. Easy. Kill. Rush in. Rush in. Whip. Express.
A run for Nick Chubb. And an alley to run. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
You. Check. Number 2. Check 13. Check 13. Watch twist.
Chubb. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
51 the mic. Watch the screen.
From midfield, here's Carr. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 35.
First down, Cleveland.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Check. Who's right, see?
On the carry, it's Chubb. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A give running right is Chubb. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Hey, switch gears. Sponge.
Now Chubb. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's third down.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. 51 to Mike.
Throwing his car on third down. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Von Miller, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. So on fourth down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Seibert's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Bridgewater, complete. Richardson has it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Funches has it complete. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Bridgewater on first down. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
He's not going to get me. Check 99. Check 99. Check. Check the backer.
They'll throw again. Bridgewater into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. He was looking for Paul Richardson there.
And, Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Bring it, bring it. Mike 51. Let's go, tight end. Let's go. Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. It's a party now. White. Check 26, check 26.
Throwing again. Carr. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Check 59, Mike is 59.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Richardson. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the go. I'm scared. Mike, check 59. Go. Here we go, T. Here I come. Yeah. Check 59. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
They just do get the playoff. Now Bridgewater. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers? It's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Browns drive about to get started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They run again on first down, Chubb. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On the ground, it's Chubb. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 3rd down, Carr. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down.
Alpha. Check back 21, check back 21. Here we go. Kill. Jim. Hey, 734. Hey, check.
They do go for it. It's Carr. He finds Beckham complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
First down, Browns.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta.
Shotgun now for Carr. It's caught by OBJ. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Bravo.
Again, it's Carr. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Jerry Hughes make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Under 10. Hey, watch it. That's so what.
To throw on third down. Carr. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Slam. Alert flag.
Carr to throw for it on fourth down. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going, and above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Throwing is Bridgewater. It's caught by Funchess. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jabal Sheard in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. And this one complete right side to Funchess. And he's got this down to the 35. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And this one is right through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken very short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, Charlie. 51's the mark. I'm coming.
And the blitz does come. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on fourth down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
It's 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down.
Right here.
So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
51 the mark, boy. 51. Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Hey, wahoo!
Carr going to go on 4th down. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster.
Ready. Hey, Lobo. Cut. 22, Jet. Lobo. 22.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Sets them up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Tanner McAvoy, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken short. And this will not be a good return. He's out of bounds at the 12.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. They run. Chubb. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
I'm going to hit you.